Good morning, students. Today we discuss about the model question answers of CO6 robotics. Here the first question is define the robots and explain its needs in computer integrated manufacturing. What are the needs of robots in SIM? First, what is the definition of robots, which is defined as a programmable and automatic manipulators. Means it is a programmable manipulators. It is also defined as a device that perform the functions ordinarily ascribed to human beings. Means which perform the functions same as a human beings automatically as the instruction of programs. Then what are the needs of robots in a SIM, that is a computer integrated manufacturing? First one is the robots can be developed with the performance capability superior to the human beings. The output quality is high compared to the human beings, which perform the works with a better quality. Next one is the robots can replace the humans to perform the tasks which are difficult and hazardous. That is the safety to humans. Robots can reduce the production cost because of high production rate and high quality. They are more economical as the labor cost is high. Robots are also more flexible. They are best suitable for industries like food processing, where it is not possible to work human. Next, they can also do the all job easier and faster. That are fast and quick process. These are some needs of robots in a computer integrated manufacturing process. Second one, list the significant advantages of using robot in a SIM. See what are the advantages of robots using in a SIM, or what are the benefits? Here first one is the they use for a comfortable and work environments. Means it is a used to high skill workers instead of using a laborers. Robot perform its work cycle with a consistency. Means it is a regular work without any interrupt. Robots can be reprogrammed. Once your production is interrupt, we can reprogram and start with the new work. It is not possible in a labor's work. Robot can be used and controlled by computers and conduct their other computer system to achieve the integrated manufacturing. Here integrated manufacturing is a SIM manufacturing, in that you use the robot for high quality work and production rate. Robots are more flexible, as you know in advantages. It is also one benefits also. Robots are more flexible. They are best suitable for industries like food processing, medical, or a better quality of work with a high production rate. These are some advantages of robots if used in a SIM technology. Here benefits is different and advantages. Application means the application are different compared to the advantages. Third question is the list the different types of robots, or it may ask explain the classification of robots based on mechanical configuration. Here we have some classification. First one is spherical or polar coordinate robot. That is spherical coordinates or polar coordinate robots. Second one is the cylindrical coordinate robot. Third one is a rectangular or Cartesian coordinate robot. Next one is a revolute or jointed. In this we have two types, Granty or box frame. Next, Kara robot. Yes, Kara means selective compliance assembly robot arm. These are some classification of robots based on the mechanical configuration. Mechanical configuration means mechanical physical configuration. How to classify the robots. Next one, recall the different types of drive system used in robots. You know already what are the drive system. What are the different types of drive system used in robots to get the high effective work? First one is the electric drive system. Second one is a hydraulic. Third one is a pneumatic. See, electric means these are motors, NC motors, AC motor, DC motor, stepper motors used in the robots. As you using the motors in a mechanical device, same electrical drive system we are using in the robots. Second one is a hydraulic drive system. So hydraulic and pneumatic drive system are used devices such as the linear pistons and rotary vane actuators to accomplish the motion of the joint. To move the motion joint, we need to some hydraulic and pneumatic devices. These devices are hydraulic drives or pneumatic drives. Here only hydraulic working fluid is the water. In pneumatic we are using air as a working fluid. Third type of drives are pneumatic drives. Pneumatic drives are typically limited to the smaller robots. used in a simple material transport applications. Compared to the first two drive system, pneumatic drive systems are used for a small robot and limited works. Next one, recall the different types of end effectors or explain the tools used in industrial robots. In exam they may ask any one of this, whether list the different types of end effectors or explain the tools used in industrial robots as a end effectors. Here are two types of end effectors. First one is the grippers, second one is the tools. The first we know what is the gripper. Grippers are end effectors used to grasp and manipulate objects during the work cycle. Means you know what is a grip. To grip means to give the work in a manufacturing process. Same application we are using in robots as a grippers. There are two types of grippers. First one is the mechanical grippers, vacuum grippers. The mechanical grippers consist of two or more fingers. That is, the fingers means robot arms to control the controller to open and to grasp the work. These are mechanical grippers. Vacuum grippers, in which suction cups are used to hold the flat objects. That is, by using the vacuum. You may know the vacuum cleaners. The same application we are using in robots to hold the object, that is the vacuum grippers. Next one is the magnetized devices for holding the ferrous parts using a magnetic force. Next type is the tools. The tools are used in application where the robot must perform some processing operation on the work part. Means here for a spot welding, arc welding, spray painting, rotating the spindle, performing the mechanical operations. For this we are using some tools. These tools are a second type of end effectors in robots. Next one is the recall and explain the different types of control systems in robots, or explain about the major functions of control systems. In exam they ask explain the different types of control system or major functions of control systems. We have four types of control systems. First one is the limited sequence control, playback with point to point control, playback with continuous path control. Last one, intelligent control. These are different types of control systems used to control the work in robots. Here first one is the limited sequence control, which control the sequential operations. That is a stepwise operation, one by one. Second one is the playback with the point to point control, which control the point to point operation with the playback signals. Next one is the same playback signals with the continuous, same as a continuous, and point to point means continuous is the without any interrupts. Point to point is the stepwise completion of first step, it goes to next. That is a point operation. Last one is the intelligent control. This is a combination of these three and control the each joint and sequencing the actuation of joints to accomplish the cycle. That is a continuous work in a robotic arm. Next one, list out the key features and specifications required for improving the performance capability of robot, or how to improve the performance capability of robots. The first one is the quality. The quality improve the mechanical and electrical components, serviceability to reduce the frequency of failure, safety to prevent the damage, modularity to design the techniques enabled for the different applications, dexterity ability to manage for the complex task. These are some key features to improve the quality of and capacity of robots. Next, what are the specifications or what are the dimensions? First one is axis of motions. It is the configuration of degrees of freedom. DOF means degrees of freedom used in your robots. Work envelope, that is the degrees of motion. Speed of robot, that is the fast, that is the speed. Acceleration, that is what is the rate of speed. Payload capacity, the load robot can carry. Accuracy, that is the accuracy of specific position. Resolution, that is the smallest increment of motion for which robot can be controlled. Repeatability, ability of the manipulators. Reliability, measure the average time between failures. These are the specifications of robots. Next one, explain the functions of mechanical components in a robotic system or elements of robotic system. What are the mechanical components which you are used in the robots? First one is the manipulator, that is the base and arm assembly. Second one is the end of arm tooling gripper. Next one is the actuators or motors. Fourth one is the transmission elements, that are the belts, plates or pulleys, gearings, etc. These are mechanical components which you are using in robots. Next one, explain the rectangular coordinate system in the robots, cylindrical coordinate robots, spherical, revolute coordinate robots. These are a different type of system used in the robots. See in sketch you may see first one is the Cartesian, second one is the cylindrical. In Cartesian, the movement is the three axis: forward, upward, right side, left side, diagonally forward and upward. This type of movement of robots in a system is a Cartesian system. But in a cylindrical, that is rotate with the cylindrical axis, whether clockwise or anti-clockwise with the two movement, forward and downward. That is a forward plus, downward plus, and right side, left side. This type of motion is in a x and y axis, as you know in CNC part program. Same configuration using in a coordinate system of the robots. Next one is polar configuration and joint arm configuration. Here polar and joint arm, these are mainly used for SCARA robots. In this, polar means again moving the robot arm with the three direction, x and y, z direction. The arm consists of several orthogonal slides which allow the arm to be moved up or down and in and out with respect to body. In means it is a inside, out is the outside of that origin, up means upward, down means downward up from the origin. In a polar configuration, the name spherical coordinates because the work within which it can move its arm is a practical space shown in the figure. See in the spherical with a three direction here you show. First one is the clockwise and anti-clockwise. Second one is the in and out. Next one is the up and down. These are the movement of robots arm in a spherical coordinates. These are different types of coordinates of robots. That is the first one is the Cartesian, cylindrical, spherical and joint arm. Next one is the explain types of grippers used in the robots. Say already know the different types of grippers we are using in robots, that is the mechanical grippers, vacuum grippers, magnetized device and adhesive devices. First one, mechanical grippers. This consists of two or more fingers that can be actuated by the robot controller to open and close the work part. See in diagram you see the fingers, gripper and robot wrist. In the first A sketch here you are using a two pads with the plan shape. The second one is a work part. When you place the work part, these fingers are used to hold. Same as how to hold the device in your fingers. Same configuration or same application we are using in the mechanical grippers to hold the work part. Second one is a vacuum grippers. That is the work same as the vacuum cleaners. Two section of the cups are used to hold the flat objects. Here using a flat object. To hold that flat object we are using the cup shaped sections. From that we can easily hold the work part. Next one is the magnetized devices, that are for using a ferrous, that is ferrous metals, or a magnetic force between a ferrous metal and that magnets. Next one is the adhesive devices, where an adhesive substance is used to hold the flexible material such as a fabric. Say for hold the fabric material we are using this adhesive substance. From this we can easily hold the work part in the robots. These are different types of grippers which we are using in a mechanical or mechanical types of grippers or grippers in a industrial robots. Next one, explain the programming of robots or explain the methods used for program the robots. See already know in definition, robot is work with respect to program, which consists of different types of methods. Here we have some different types. The robot is programmed by the entering the programming commands into its controller memory. Next, different robots use the different methods of entering the commands. Here are various methods which robot can program to perform the given work cycle. We divide these program methods into four categories. See, first we need to give the program instruction to the memory unit. After that, memory unit will send the same signals to control and next robotic arm. For this, we are using the four methods. First one is the manual method, work through methods, lead through methods, and offline programming. These are four types of programming methods which we are using in robots. Next, compare between the two types of robots, that are SCARA and Granty robots. The first one is the SCARA. This has a rectangular coordinate configuration. Say, already know in a rectangular coordination. That is mainly SCARA type of robots have a rectangular coordinate systems. Granty robots is a revolute coordinate system. That is this has a horizontally revolute coordinate configuration. Second one is it has the three linear motion suspended above the workspace. Here you have three linear motions: in, out, and up, down, and clockwise and anti-clockwise. They are three linear motions. Next, here Granty is the move by sweeping over the workpiece. Means only it has a one linear motion. In SCARA we have three. Here it is only one. Next one is it is the 3-axis robot. It is a 6-axis robot. Granty is the movement is only one axis, but it has consist of 6-axis robots. Next one, they are used in picking bottles or picking the devices. They are used for assembly task. SCARA is mainly used for pick and place the objects. This one used for assembly task. Next, used in a loading workpiece in a CNC turning. It is not possible in a Granty robot because it is only used for assembly the task. But a SCARA we can use for pick and place for turning and workpiece applications. Next one, explain the 6 degrees of freedom in order to get the motion in robots. See, this sketch indicates the total 6 degrees of freedom, that is a DOF. Here we consist the first one, radial transfer, rotational transfer, vertical transfer, wrist, gripper, wrist assembly, base, arm and body assembly. Here we consider arrow mark, that are the 6. First is the rotational transfer with the two directions, clockwise and second one, that is the anti-clockwise. Next one, radial transfer, up, forward and backward from the origin. Next one is a wrist bend, that is with the wrist bend assembly that is connected to the grippers. Again in that grippers we are using a wrist swell. The whole system is placed on one base. Here we have an arm and body assembly. That arm and body assembly placed on one particular base. On that base we have a 6 degrees of freedom. 6 degrees of freedom means these are 6 directions which rotate the robots during the work cycle. This is mainly used in a SCARA robot. It also used in a Granty robot only in a axis of motions for assembly applications. But same application we are using in SCARA robot for the pick and place applications. These are 6 degrees of freedoms. Next, explain about the application of industrial robots. Here first one is a material transfer. How to use the robots in a material transfer. That is first one, pick and place operation, transfer of work, palleting operations, loading into box, etc. Next one, a machine loading. It involves a supply and production machine to hold the part, other mechanical loading or machine loading, die casting, injection molding. These are machine holding applications. Next one is a welding operations, that are spot welding, arc welding, spray coating, processing operations like drilling, grinding, machining, jet cutting. Next one is assembly operations, automobiles, toy industries, pump industries and inspection applications. These are applications of industrial robots. Next, make use of sketch, explain the Granty robot. So already you know the two types of coordinate system used in a Granty robots, that is the Cartesian and cylindrical. It consists of 3 orthogonal slides shown in the figure, first, second and third. The 3 slides are parallel to the x, y and z axis of the Cartesian coordinate system. By appropriate movement of these 3 slides, The robot can capable of moving its arm at any point. With this axis, you can move the robot with any side or any arm. With its three-dimensional rectangular space work, you can achieve the required work with using this Cartesian system. In this configuration, the robot body is a vertical column that swivels about the vertical axis. That is only vertical swivels possible in this Granty robot. Only the three directions with a vertical axis. The two sketch indicates how it moves in a vertical directions. Next one, make use of sketch explain the SCARA robot. Here SCARA robot consists of different links, that is the link 0, link 1, 2, 3 up to end of the arm from the base. SCARA is the selective compliance assembly robot. This consists of a vertical column that swivels about the vertical axis. The arm consists of several orthogonal slides which allow the arm to be moved up or down and in and out with respect to the body. That is a movement in and out, up and down with respect to the body. This configuration is also does the name of spherical coordinates because it consists of spherical movements with a number of links. Here you have number of link 1, link 2, link 3 up to end of arm. That link indicates between the starting point to end. Next one, identify the important benefit for robots in a sim. Here you have different types of benefits or what are the benefits of robots. First one, to work in unpleasant and uncomfortable working conditions in human, to increase the production rate, to reduce the work losses, to handle the difficult work, for multi-shift operations, to increase the efficiency of work, that is the quality, to provide the safety for humans, or robots controlled through the computer, hence we can achieve the computer integrated manufacturing. These are benefits of robots in a sim. Next, choose the functions of robot in computer integrated manufacturing or sim or application of industrial robots as a material transfer functions. First function is a material transfer function. In this, pick and place operation to transfer the work for palleting operation, loading into box. These are the first one. Second, machine handling function to supply the products time to unload the finished part, to hold the part and other machining operations like drilling, milling, turning and die castings. Next one, welding applications, that is spot welding, arc welding, that tink, tungsten, industrial gas, MIG. Next, processing operations, drilling, riveting, grinding, polishing. These are applications of robot, that are industrial applications of robot. Thank you.